in the scenic Catskills, where tonight tranquility turns into fistic fury. The boxing card is headlined by James Buddy McGirt, who remains on the road to another world title. The last time the welterweight visited the mountains, he shredded Joe Louis Manley and scored a 9th-round TKO. All signs indicate that McGirt will once again ascend to the top, and all roads tonight point to the Villa Roma Resort in Calhoun, New York. Fight night from the Villa Roma Resort Hotel. Tonight featuring welterweights James Buddy McGirt and Frank Montgomery. We're 90 miles west of New York City in Sullivan County in the Catskill region. Our venue, the Villa Roma Resort Hotel. Our showcase, Fight Night. Hello again, everyone. I'm Bruce Beck, along with Gil Clancy. Well, while Madison Square Garden's Felt Forum continues to undergo a facelift, the Villa Roma has become our home away from home. And Gil, it's good to be back.
It is, Bruce, and if it wasn't for that black and white cow, I still couldn't find the place.
Well, we're certainly glad you made it, Gil, and we do have an excellent card on tap tonight, and it's headlined by James Buddy McGirt, who has over 50 victories in his 10-year professional career. But much of the focus tonight is on Buddy McGirt's injury he suffered in July against Jose Bermudez. The injury, a ruptured bicep tendon in his left arm. Gil, he looked a little bit tentative in his fight in January. Do you expect him to be more aggressive tonight?
I think so. You know, after that first test, I think a little bit more sure of himself. But Al Serto's the guy you have to worry about. An injury like that can always recur, and I know that's on Al's mind.
Well, the one-time world champion still doesn't know when he's going to get his next title opportunity because the picture continues to remain cloudy. Gil, how does he motivate himself?
You know, Buddy McGirt happens to be an exceptional individual. He'll keep taking these fights until they have to recognize him. They have to give him a title fight.
Also on tap tonight, a featherweight bout, which could be what you call a show stealer. It's an outstanding matchup between Kevin Kelley, undefeated, 18-0 with 13 knockouts, a talented southpaw from Flushing, New York, who takes on another lefty, Harold Warren, who's putting it all together at the age of 30. He's won 4 fights in a row and knocked off undefeated Tom Boom Boom Johnson in July. And one thing about Warren, he makes for action fights.
He makes for action fights. He had his brother Willie that fought Marvin Hagler. He made action fights. Frankie made action fights. Harold makes action fights. They're action fighters. But Kevin Kelley's fighting another southpaw. I think it's going to give him a chance to show the skills he's developed in the gym.
This is obviously the toughest test to date for Kelley. Is he ready?
He's ready, and I think he's going to show it tonight.
So we're looking forward to sharing professional boxing with you tonight from the Villa Roma. On tap, welterweights and featherweights. Sullivan County to the Villa Roma in just a moment. And up first, Kelley against Warren. Stay with us. Harold Warren against Kevin Kelley in a 10-round featherweight bout. Kevin Kelley, as a professional, is undefeated. His record is 18-0. He's got 13 knockouts, but this by far his toughest test tonight. Kelley is loquacious out of the ring, and recently we caught up with him to find out more about this outstanding young fighter. He grew up in a rough Brooklyn neighborhood, a part of the city where kids get into trouble all the time. But Kevin Kelley never had problems with the law. You see, Kelley spent most of his youth in gymnasiums, honing his boxing skills, chasing dreams of becoming a champion.
Well, I really was never a troubled kid. I never really was into street fights. I come from a real rough neighborhood. I come from Colden Street in Flushing, Queens. It's supposed to be a real drug-infested area. And I never was really wanted to be caught in that crowd. I had my first idea about doing something with my life when I was 13. I said, Kevin, you got to do something with yourself. I don't want to be caught in the crowd and my friends. I got a lot of friends that's in jail or dead right now. And I don't want to be caught with that. So what I did was I changed my life around and I said, I'm going to go for something.
Kelley began boxing at the age of 13 and proved early on he was something special in the ring. After reaching the finals of the Kid Gloves, he captured back-to-back Golden Gloves in '85 and '86. Celebrations became commonplace for a man who vividly recalls what attracted him to boxing.
I remember that when people tell me that's like lightning struck. It was like lightning striking me. I remember the day it happened. So clear in my mind. I remember. I seen a guy with a boxing jacket. He had the gloves just like hanging up here, boxing gloves, on the back of his jacket. And I entered boxing because I wanted his jacket. The only way I could get it. And I never got a jacket until I was pro. It's incredible. All my amateur, I forgot. I was so busy concentrating on my boxing career as an amateur, the Olympics and all that. I forgot all about jackets. I mean, I was getting sweatsuits and sneakers and trophies and medals. I forgot all about the jacket. And then when I was pro, I got my first jacket from Bike Off. And I was like, then it dawned on me. I said, wait a second, this is my first boxing jacket, really. You know, and then I had a special feeling that went way back.
To this point of his professional career, Kelley has experienced the same type of success he enjoyed in the amateur ranks. The gregarious youngster has recorded a mark of 18-0 with 13 knockouts, including 7 stoppages in the first round. But lately, the thrill of victory has been dwarfed by the joy of being a father.
Before it was like I wanted to get the BMW or the Mercedes for Kevin. Now I want to get the house and the dog for the babies. You know, I got a different viewpoint of what I want out of life now. You know, with a family, it's different. It changed my whole perspective about boxing. She's something totally different from me from the gym. Totally. A different world, a world that I think a fighter without kids is incomplete. To me, I used to think, oh, a fighter with kids. Kids complicate your boxing life. You have a lot of problems, and you gotta worry about taking the baby there. But the kids really make you complete. You know, they're a part of you that you can't do things that, you know, you got a reason to get on kiddie rides. You got a reason to go to the circus again. You got a reason to watch cartoons. You got a reason, you know, it's excellent. You got a reason to play with toys. I like playing with toys.
Kevin Kelley getting set for a key bout tonight against Harold Warren. He was very confident all day today, joking around. He is loose as a goose.
That's Kevin Kelley. Loosey-goosey.
Nothing seems to bother him. Currently ranked number 21 by the WBC. Kelley's opponent, the real kid, Harold Warren, brother of Frankie Warren, ranked number 8 by the WBA. And the last time we saw him was against Tom Boom Boom Johnson. Warren comes to fight each and every time out of the box. Harold Warren is on a roll. He has won 4 consecutive fights, and his pro record is now 14-4. The last time we saw Harold in action, he was engaged in a slugfest with Tom Boom Boom Johnson. Warren worked his game plan to perfection, made Johnson abandon his pre-fight approach, and traded punches in the center of the ring each and every round. Warren dominated the middle rounds and earned an impressive split decision victory. At the same time, he dealt Johnson his first professional defeat. Tonight, he hopes to knock off another undefeated fighter.
You know, if I could say, I'll talk to you early. It's stunning, and a lot of people stuns myself, but I keep everything in perspective and just still keep going straight ahead.
You know, we've heard so much about the other fighters from Corpus Christi, Roberto Elizondo and Jesse Benavidez and Lupe Suarez. How come we never heard anything about you?
Well, like I said to you earlier, you know, I felt, you know, myself, in my opinion, you know, I felt they looked over me, you know. You know, at the time, those guys was upcoming rising guys, same as me, you know, but they was a little bit further ahead of going, so, you know, I figured they took in the, you know, participation of them. So, you know, I'm just a late bloomer coming, you know.
What did the win over Tom Boom Boom Johnson do for you and your confidence?
Well, as for my confidence and as for myself, it shot me into the ranking, in the WBA world ranking, you know, and it was a good move for me. Also, as well, it was a good fight for me, you know, and looking forward to bloom further. But that as a world ranking was my big break, but the biggest break all is when I fought Tony Green.
Now you go up against another undefeated young fighter. What's your game plan tonight against Kevin Kelley?
Well, just like I said, you know, straight ahead, you know, that's, you know, my fight game, you know, just take it to the opponent, you know, and looking for the victory to come out on top. So, you know, like I say, you know, it's not the record of it being 18-0. It's just like, you know, they thought when I fought Boom Boom 20-0, you know, I don't look at the record, you know, it's just the 2 mans in the ring and may the best guy win, you know.
So we're set to go. Harold Warren against Kevin Kelley. Right now, let's go up to ring announcer Steady Eddie Darian.
From the Villa Roma Resort Hotel here in Sullivan County, Catskills in Callicoon, New York. As Madison Square Garden Boxing, Bob Goodman, Vice President of Boxing and Matchmaker, and Pat Fleming, Assistant Matchmaker, proudly present Fight Night. And is approved by the New York State Athletic Commission, the Honorable Randy Gordon, Chairman. In the ring at this time, the man in charge of the scheduled 10-round featherweight bout, referee Joe Santarvia. And now, boxing fans, introducing the principals. First, in the red corner, wearing the white trunks with the blue trim. He weighed in at 127 3/4 pounds. Now, this young man is undefeated in 18 pro bouts with 13 knockouts. The 1985 and 1986 New York Golden Gloves champion from Flushing, Queens, New York. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Kevin Kelley. Kelley. And his opponent in the blue corner, wearing the blue trunks with the white trim. He weighed in at an even 128 pounds. This fine gentleman has 14 wins, 4 losses with 5 knockouts. All the way from Corpus Christi, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome aboard Harold, the Real Kid Warren. Warren.
So this one is scheduled for 10 rounds, featherweight division. Harold Warren has won 4 in a row, and Kelley is undefeated in 18 pro bouts.
But you know, it's going to depend on the pressure that Warren can put on Kevin Kelley. Kelley's going to try to box him all the way, but Harold Warren's always got that forehead right on your chest. It's up to Kelley to keep him away and outbox him.
Kelley is notoriously a fast starter. 2 southpaws in the ring. Joe Santarpia is our referee.
You know, Bruce, I like southpaws as long as they fight each other. It's when they get in with an orthodox guy that everything's just piled up.
Rules of the New York State Athletic Commission in effect tonight. Scoring done on a 10-point must system. 3 knockdown rule is in effect. Standing 8 count is in effect. Ringside position has the authority to stop the fight. A fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. Both fighters have landed some decent body shots in the opening minute of the fight.
Well, Kelley's been trying to set up that straight left hand. There it is again. He's nailed Warren with it 3 times now, Bruce. Sets it up pretty good with that right jab. Drops that straight left right over it. There it is again.
Much of the fight between Warren and Boom Boom Johnson was right in the center of the ring, and that's where they are right now.
Well, Warren will heat up. This action will be a lot more exciting as the rounds go by. Kelley, rather than box, Kelley is walking right in.
That was a nice right hand landed, by Harold Warren.
Kelley, again, he's walking right in. He's not using those good side-to-side movement that he has.
Warren usually considered a counter puncher, Gil.
Yeah, he lets you throw the first punch, then he'll throw 4 or 5 in bunches.
Both fighters scoring.
Now this is Warren's kind of fight. He likes to be on the inside.
Minute to go in the opening round at the Villa Roma. Good uppercut landed, a short, crisp one by Kevin Kelley.
Now you can see Kelley starting to maneuver a little bit, even on the inside. He's going side to side. That's what he's going to have to do with Harold Warren.
Oh, a big right hand by Kelley. Warren's head snapped back. Warren losing his footing momentarily. He almost went down. It was not because of a punch, it was because of his footing. Kelley really tagging him here in the final seconds of the first round. Good opening round of action. This one's scheduled for 10. Well, we talked a lot about the injury to Buddy McGirt. Well, Kevin Kelley also coming off an injury. It happened in his fight in November 1990. And he broke the 3rd metacarpal of his left hand in the 3rd round. He had surgery to line up the metacarpal and get it back into place. Got the cast off, began training, and then sparring with Tunde Foster, he re-broke it. So it was really 9 months of inactivity before his February bout in Rotterdam, and he scored a 3rd round KO.
Bruce Kelley started off this round boxing a little better, starting to use that right jab a little bit more, and he has been scoring some points without exposing himself.
Here's a combination put together by Harold Warren.
But almost every punch was blocked. Throwing the punches, Kelley's catching on his elbows and arms.
Now there's some bleeding just to the left part of the nose of Harold Warren.
He's been eating those jabs this round, Bruce.
Kelley with a straight left. Warren has eaten a lot of leather in the early part of this fight. It's much different than the Johnson fight, in which he was able to dictate the tempo.
Well, Kelley again, is the fact that Kelley's a southpaw is bothering Warren. When he's fighting an orthodox guy, he can get on the inside a little bit better with that style that he has. Kelley's just picking him apart right now. That good stiff jab again.
Kelley has been incredibly accurate thus far in this fight. That jab is just right on the nose. Another one, and a good follow with the left.
You know, Bruce, sometimes when a guy has an injury, the way Kevin Kelley had, all he could do was work with that right hand because the left hand was injured. So in the gym, he probably strengthened that right hand.
Good point. He said that earlier today, that he thought it was stronger than it's ever been and more accurate.
And good things can come from bad things. There you go. But right now, he's just completely outboxing Harold Warren. Warren is going to have to make a brawl out of it, or it'll be no contest.
Warren has not landed much, and it goes to Phil Borges' philosophy, Kelley's trainer, who says, don't take any unnecessary punches ever. That right jab is just peppered away there. Excellent round for Kevin Kelley. He's been able to score to the body and to the head. 10 rounds, featherweight division, Kevin Kelley in the white trunks with the blue trim, and Harold Warren with the blue trunks and the white trim. And thus far, Kevin Kelley has been able to dictate the tempo.
Well, at the end of the last round, Warren brought him into a punching exchange. Kevin doesn't need that. The two things that Warren can do is, number one, make a brawl, and number two, hope that Kelley wears him out. If Kelley continues to box, concentrates, he could have an easy fight.
I know Warren likes to be the counter puncher, but if he's going to eat 3, 4, 5 punches, then his counter punching is definitely somewhat negated. Warren's best scoring has been to the body.
That's what he is. He gets inside, he gets low, bangs away at that body. But Kelley's been able to pick most of those punches off with his arms and elbows. There's Warren on the inside again, digging.
He's looking for that wild right hook, and he missed one and just caught a little bit in the last one. Good combination by Warren. Mouthpiece popped out there.
Again, this is going to be a question of stamina with Kelley.
Warren, a straight left. A warning from referee Joe Santarpia to Warren to get the punches up. Both fighters landing.
And Warren is landing some heavy body blows now, Bruce. Seem to have a lot more power than Kelley's punches on the inside.
In Warren's last fight, he really came out of the middle rounds, the 5th, 6th, and 7th. So oftentimes he gets stronger as he goes along.
Well, there you see him getting low, getting on the inside again, and pumping away.
Warren, who lost his mouthpiece early in this round, has had his best round of the fight. So Warren trying to turn it into a brawl field, which was his game plan against Tom Boom Boom Johnson, and he did it very effectively in that round.
I thought he did. I still thought Kelley edged the round out, but I think those body punches may take something out of Kelley.
Right. Get this out. I don't want to run. I want to get tired of it. Come on. Spit it out. Spit that out. Spit it out. Wipe the face, bro. Right by the nose. Okay. I tell you again now for the third round, I don't want you, when he leans on you, I want you to shift. Lean forward. Lean forward. And come back to the other side. Do you understand me? A lot of airs on his face. Yeah. Do you understand me? Don't try with the jab. Go in and out. Comprende? You're doing beautiful.
Let's take a look at some of this action now. There's Kelley with a good straight left hand. And there goes Warren's mouthpiece flying through the air.
Phil Borgia in the corner of Kevin Kelley. He's the trainer along with manager Bill Bykoff.
And Borgia in the corner told Kevin Kelley, he says, don't stand right in front of him on the inside. Slide from side to side. So Phil Borgia is well aware of what Warren is trying to do and the kind of fight Warren is trying to make out of him.
Kevin Kelley turned pro in September of 1988. And it's been perfect thus far. He just took 3 big rights from Harold Warren.
3 solid right hooks by Harold Warren. Solid punches. Again, we said that Warren looks like the stronger of the 2 guys on the inside.
And Warren is a guy who goes the distance. So if Kelley is going to win this fight, he's going to probably have to be in there for a while.
Never been stopped, Bruce. Again, it's turning into a brawl, which is Warren's kind of a fight. See that little guy gets underneath, he slips those punches. You get tired when you miss those punches.
And Warren likes to be in there with his head bobbing and weaving and throwing those short hooks and a little bit of an uppercut.
That's exactly right. And Kevin Kelley, right at the moment, is trying to keep Warren at his own game. That's a tough job.
Warren again.
Another good right hook by Harold Warren, and some good straight lefts by Kevin Kelley. Turned into a brawl, Bruce. Right up Warren's alley.
Well, Kelley came in at 127 3/4 and Warren 128, but as you can see from the physiques, Warren is the bigger upper body of the 2. Kelley has stopped moving.
And Kelley seems to be flailing with those punches on the inside instead of putting something solid in there.
A crisp uppercut by Warren.
See the power in Warren's punches.
Now, there's no doubt about it that he's got punching power. It's also age, Gil. You know, Warren's 30 and Kelley's 23, and you develop a lot of times strength later.
Well, again, that depends. Usually with these lighter guys, 23, 24 is a perfect age. Once they start to get to be about 30, they start to get over the hill. The bigger guys develop later, Bruce.
But in Warren's case, he hasn't fought a lot of fights, 18 fights.
That's right. He's not a worn-out guy. He says he's in the best condition of his life. This is his peak. And he's fighting that way right at the moment. You see Kelley flailing and then Warren throwing solid shots in there.
Warren hammering away at the midsection. Missing wildly with the right. And both fighters stopped on the warning bell, not on the end of the round bell, which is potentially dangerous.
You know, the warning bell sounds like a bell. It's not the normal tap on the canvas or a horn. It's actually a little bell.
But is it the responsibility of the fighter to listen for a second bell or no?
Fighter's not supposed to know anything about a second bell. When he hears a bell, the round is over.
Okay.
I'm just an audio. Hey, pal.
Let's take a look at some of this action now. Here we see Frankie Warren, 1 right hook, 2 right hooks, 3 right hooks, all right on the mark. That got Kevin Kelley's attention, no question about that. I got the Warren brothers mixed up.
Well, he looks like
Harold Warren.
Looks
they
like
fight
Frankie.
exactly the same way. I get Frankie, Harold. They're all mixed up.
Willie.
And Willie, they were all mixed up. But right now, I'm watching Harold.
That's right.
Harold landed those 3 right hooks.
Frankie is the former IBF junior welterweight champion who lost the title to Buddy McGirt in February of '88, and we'll see Buddy McGirt later tonight as he takes on Frank Montgomery. This is the 5th round, scheduled for 10. Bruce Beck and Gil Clancy with you from the Villa Roma Resort Hotel. Like I said up top, Gil, this could be a show stealer.
Well, his fight looks like it's really developing into something. Bruce. Again, it may be a question of the stamina. When Kevin was winning those rounds early, we mentioned that Warren may be stealing some of that stamina away with those body shots.
Kevin Kelley has never gone farther than 8 rounds. Harold Warren has gone 10 on 2 occasions and 8 on numerous occasions.
All right, free that hand. Let's go, free that hand. Stop.
Does it behoove Kelley now to start moving the feet and starting to go back to just being a boxer?
Well, that's exactly what he should be doing. Go side to side, snap that right jab out. Forget about nailing Warren with the big punch. Warren takes a good punch, and the big punch doesn't seem to be doing it. He's got to outsmart him and outpoint him. That's what he has to be doing. Snap that jab and don't fall inside. Keep him on the outside.
He used that jab effectively in the first 2 rounds. We haven't seen much of it since.
Well, again, Warren trapped him into fighting his fight. He's got to stay outside. Now he doesn't have to fall in there. He can move back out again.
Haven't been a lot of clinches, Gil, for an inside fight.
No, Harold Warren just does not allow you to clinch inside. He's a busy kid. It's underneath there. That head's moving down. It's hard to tie him up. He doesn't look to tie you up.
Now there's a problem with the tape on the left glove of Kevin Kelley, and referee Joe Santarpia has pulled him over the corner where Phil Borgia will fix up the situation. Retape the outside part of the glove. And now we're set to go. Midway through the 5th round. They've done a nice job in closing up a little bit of that blood that was pouring off the nostril of Warren.
Well, what it basically was, Bruce, is a nosebleed, and good corner work takes care of things like that. But again, right now, Warren is fighting Kelley's fight. He's dancing around, and Kelley's outpointing him. These guys just can't get themselves together. Who wants to fight whose fight? There's a good left hook by Kevin Kelley.
There's the jab. Should he be doubling up on that jab?
Well, it's kind of difficult to double up Warren because you hit him with the one that head's moving right away. And they don't have a good stationary target in front of him.
5th round is complete. This one's scheduled for 10, and Kelley bounced back in that round. Kevin Kelley's corner.
Bucket. Okay. Bucket. Much better. Much better. Right? Much better. Much better. Focus. Come on, where you focus? Right here. Reach here for me. Use that left hook. Step over to that left side. Tiger form will come under and slip again. You understand me? Do you understand?
The corner of Harold Warren.
You throw a jab, you'll get you with a right hook. Right hook, okay? Just keep in time when you throw a jab. Okay? Double that jab, okay? Real good. Be time when you go inside. Okay? What's going on? Okay, bro?
Doing good, man. Keep it going. All right.
Bobby Garza was doing the talking in Harold Warren's corner. Phil Borgia in Kevin Kelley's corner. Harold Warren's first fight of 1991. Kelley's second. Kelley comes out quickly in the 6th round.
He got nailed with a good right hook by Harold Warren.
Well, that right hook's been so efficient.
Again, Kelley's leading with that straight left hand. That's unnecessary. He should depend on that right jab. There it is again. When he throws the left, he falls in, allows Warren to get those flailing punches of his going. Keep your balance, keep your feet, use that right jab. That's what he should be doing. my opinion. There he is. When he snaps that jab, he looks beautiful.
But it's amazing how Warren can change around by just doing a couple little things. And there he peppers away with the right.
There's that right hook again, Bruce. He gets low, doesn't give Kevin Kelley much of a target, and then he comes up and nails it. There he is low again, and he can back up punches.
And he'll eat some punches just to counter nicely.
Well, Kevin really isn't catching him with too many clean punches. He's a very hard guy to hit with a clean punch. There was a good clean straight left hand by Kelley. Nice combination by Kelley on the inside. Back in Warren territory again.
And a couple of quick rights landed by Kelley. This is a different experience for Kevin Kelley, leading on a fighter, trying to uncork punches. He's used to being a stylist. Well, the uppercut by Harold Warren got through.
Stop fighting.
And the mouthpiece will be cleaned off in the corner of Harold Warren under New York State rules.
Well, that's a good rule. They also have that rule in California. I think it's a very good rule.
Mouthpiece rule is such that a mouthpiece has been called. When it goes out, there will be a timeout.
Well, the only problem with the rule is that the guy knows he's in trouble and he spits the mouthpiece out on purpose. Then it's up to the referee to make that decision.
If he does do that on purpose, he'll be warned the first time. A second time, it'll cost him a point. The third time, it will disqualify him.
Well, I still find fault with that rule. Or why the warning the first time? That means he got away with something.
Right. He knows he can get away with it once. That's what you're telling him.
That's right. Now Kelley's no longer fighting as a southpaw. He's switched. That back to southpaw again.
Final seconds of the 6th round. Kelley nailed Warren with a left. A resort hotel, a luxurious hotel in Callicoon, New York. We're inside the indoor tennis pavilion. This resort also known for their championship golf course, and it's a beauty, the newest in New York State. This is the 7th round, scheduled for 10 of a featherweight bout between Harold Warren in the blue trunks with the white trim and Kevin Kelley in the white trunks with the blue trim. Gil, how do you have it scored at the end of 6?
Well, I have each round close, but I have Kelley way ahead in rounds. Harold is not fighting his fight. He's trying to outsmart Kelley. He's trying to outbox the boxer, which you can't do. The one round when he did make a brawl out of it, he was very, very effective. But he hasn't done enough, as far as I can see.
Now Kelley with a nice combination.
Again, Warren is not putting the pressure on him the way usually a Harold Warren would fight. He'd be right there with that forehead right on Kelley's chest. But apparently Kelley's got his respect, and he's keeping Warren on the outside.
Kelley landed a solid left hand.
And Warren came back with a good right hand counter, Bruce. Both punches landed.
Kelley back on his horse, though.
What he has to do, as long as he does that, he can put the rounds in the bank. Then he should move after he throws those combinations. And you can see Kelley gaining in confidence as the fight goes on. Got a little tired earlier, but he got that second win. Full of confidence right now.
Warren on the inside, landing to the body.
This is where Warren wants to be. When he is inside, he does land some effective punches.
And he doubles up in the hook, first to the body, then to the head. So Kelley danced for the first 2 minutes, and now he fatigues a little bit towards the end of the round.
Well, they lose that concentration. They leave that corner. They remember what the corner man said to them. And then, of course, halfway through the round, they forget.
Gil, those 3 minutes can be very, very long. People at home say, oh, they're only fighting for 3 minutes.
Yeah, only. That's right sometimes, Bruce. Warren
got nailed as he came in that time. it's not going to dissuade him from coming back, though.
Nothing dissuades him, Bruce, but he is being outpointed at the moment.
Oh, gorgeous left. A short left by Kevin Kelley. Kelley with target practice right now. 7th round draws to a close. 8th round scheduled for 10. Harold Warren and Kevin Kelley. Kelley looking to keep his unbeaten streak alive.
And you see, as soon as Harold Warren came out of the corner, it wasn't the typical Warren that rushes across the ring and tries to put some hurt on you. He came out and he started to back up, and that's exactly what Kevin Kelley wants him to do. Now Kevin Kelley's having a problem with that tape on the right glove again. I'm sure the referee Joe Santoppi, there he goes, stopping the fight to change that tape.
So Warren has to go to the neutral corner, and Bill Borgia once again will put some additional tape on the glove. This time it's the right glove of Kevin Kelley. Quick tape job, and we're ready to go again.
And let's see how Warren approaches things now. He's staying on the outside with a good boxer, which to me is the no-no.
Warren with the right.
Good right hook by Warren.
Warren may be ready to gamble a little bit.
Kelley's punching right there with him, which I don't think is necessary. I'm sure the guys in the corner are going to get a little worried. Kelley may feel that he's drained some of Warren's strength there, Bruce, because he's looked a lot more confident near the end of the last round. Now he's right in there with Warren, shifting a little bit side to side, and he's beating Warren to the punch constantly.
Warren with that
time.
Front shoe hook.
Right hook. And another one by Warren, but he got nailed with a good right hook himself.
Warren loading up on that right hand.
See, Kelley is just taking that little slide over so that he's not right in front of Warren, and he's really picking Warren apart pretty good.
Warren has never been off his feet as a pro. Kelley took a standing 8-count once in the amateur ranks at the 1987 Sports Festival. That's been it. Now it's back to a brawl, which favors Warren.
Back to a brawl favors Warren, but I think Kelley right now is getting the better of things on the inside as well, Bruce, because he's turning Warren while they're fighting. He's taking that little slide, throwing Warren just a little bit off.
And there's a 3-punch combination by Kelley.
He can beat Warren at his own game. He has everything his own way.
That southpaw against southpaw thing is working nicely for Kelley. Now he's just sliding off to his left.
Well, that's all the work in the gymnasium, all the studying of the tapes. They work hard with this kid, and he works hard himself, and they get the result.
Bill Borgia, the trainer for Kevin Kelley, said they watched the tape of the Johnson fight countless times. And just drilled and drilled. Coming up on 20 seconds of the 8th round. And now some bleeding or some swelling under the right eye of Warren. Oh, Kelley landing a quick uppercut. And that has to eat some leather. Warren wailing away. On 9, scheduled for 10, Harold Warren, WBA number 8 ranked featherweight, and Kevin Kelley, number 21 ranked WBC featherweight.
Well, right now, Bruce, I think the only way that Warren could pull his fight out is if he stops Kevin Kelley. I have Kelley winning a lot of close rounds, but winning all of the rounds except one. And again, Warren ranked number 8 in one organization, Kelley number 21. This should certainly, if he does get the win, help Kevin Kelley.
And it was a big test for Kelley, his 4th 10-rounder. No doubt his toughest opponent. Says he doesn't put anybody on a pedestal, doesn't come in awe against any opponent, and he didn't tonight.
I think we had a tough guy in front of him. And again, Warren, to me, has just not shown that fire that he's shown in previous fights.
I agree. I don't see the zip that he showed in the Johnson fight.
Well, Kevin Kelley may have something to do with that, Bruce. He probably got his respect early. Warren knows who he's in with.
Does the mouth being open on Warren's part indicate fatigue?
It usually indicates fatigue, Bruce. And it's if once you open that mouth, if he gets hit with a good punch, that mouthpiece is going to go and he can hit his jaw or cut his teeth or whatever.
Well, that mouth is wide open right now.
Yeah, well, he's a little tired.
Kelley peppering away and not afraid to go exchange with him.
Right now, Kelley's getting the better of it on the inside as well as the outside. All Kevin Kelley at the moment. All Warren really has now is that he fires that right hook every once in a while, but it's lost a lot of its snap. There's another big left hand by Kevin Kelley, and another one.
And he's putting it together in bunches now, combinations.
You can see Warren's legs are a little bit gone.
And again, the tape has to be adjusted on Kelley's glove. How does this affect concentration on fight?
Oh, it stops the action, Bruce. You just don't know how either guy is going to react. Warren's getting a little bit of a rest. They're over there working on Kevin Kelley's glove. Yeah, I don't like to see that, but accidents happen.
The clock is supposed to stop during the round.
It's supposed to stop anytime a mouthpiece is knocked out or any repair of equipment or anything of that nature. I just can't seem to get this. This is not sticky tape. It won't stick.
Kevin Kelley, the New York Golden Gloves champion in 1985 and 86. Lost in the semifinals of the 88 Olympic trials. And perfect as a professional thus far. Looking to move up in the featherweight ranks. And he has shown the ability to go inside and inside. But there he took a right hand. And that's dangerous because Warren's got the punching power.
And Warren came out of the corner with new life after, again, as you mentioned, that delay. But Kelley got hit with that right hand on the chin. He said, Warren, go ahead, do it again. He's a tough kid, Kevin Kelley. He's okay.
Kelley's got to watch it, though, because if he's way ahead on the scorecard, which I think he is, the one big punch could ruin everything. And you got to believe Warren knows that now. There goes the mouthpiece. Out of the mouth of Warren. Kelley pumping away. And now once again the clock will stop. Now Joe Santarpia will bring over the mouthpiece and will be washed to the corner of Harold Warren. There's about 15 seconds to go in the round, unofficially. That's it for the night. One more to go.
Bruce, do you think that Warren needs a knockout to win this fight?
I do. I have him winning one more round than you do. I had him winning the third and the fourth.
Well, I only have him winning the fourth round. Third was fairly even. I gave it to Kelley.
Now, if you're Phil Borgia and you're sitting in the gym several weeks from now looking back at this fight, are you pleased that Kelley showed the ability to go inside and outside, or do you say you got to stick to your game plan?
Well, if I was Phil Borgia, the first thing I'd be pleased with is the fact that he's going 10 tough rounds with a good solid 10-round fighter. And then from there on, we'd pick it apart. Look, maybe he should have did a little bit more here, a little bit less there. Let's take a look at some of this action now. There's that big right hook by Harold Warren, and you could just see Kevin Kelley shake his head as if they know you didn't hurt me. And he came right back after that, Kevin.
He has shown a pretty good chin, hasn't he?
Yes, he has.
Round 10. Final round of this fight.
And Kelley comes out bombing, which is, in my opinion, is not necessary.
Harold Warren from Corpus Christi, Texas. I would think he needs a knockout to win this fight.
That's my call. Knockout to win the fight. And Kelley is not exactly protecting his
He's
lead.
not exactly conservative, is he?
Got plenty left there.
He really does. He had that little bit of a break in the middle. I think he might have had a moment early on where he was a little perplexed, but he really came back.
Well, he probably didn't realize how tough Warren is. He hit Warren with some shots that other guys would go, and Warren just doesn't even blink, just punches back. We saw that against Tom Johnson.
Kelley's learning that if you move up in the ranks, you're going to have to really handle some punishment, Gil.
And that's what happens as you get up the ladder. It gets a little tougher.
Withstand some punishment was the word I was looking for.
You found it, Bruce.
Took a while. Both fighters letting it all hang out.
Well,
Warren's tired.
the guy who made the mistake doing that was Melvin Taylor against Chavez when he had the fight won. I mean, if I was in Kelley's corner, I'd certainly tell, hey, let's just have some fun, box this round. Once you get that long trailing inside here, he just doesn't stop. Kevin has the answers.
Kelley has gained confidence throughout this fight. Good 3, 4, 5 punch combination. He is keeping Warren at bay with the jab and then the straight left.
He's out punching him, out maneuvering him, out everything. Right now it's all Kevin Kelley again.
And Warren looks tired with 50 seconds to go in this fight. Kelley trying to take him out.
Kevin is right now in full control.
Warren, known as a workaholic, always in shape. And to see him a bit exhausted is a surprise.
I'd like to see what Ma Warren feeds our kids because they were all tough guys. Every one of them. They all fought the same way, all tough. They could fight anybody and give them a tough fight.
And they provide action fights. But Kevin Kelley looking to end this 10th round in style and then wait for the decision. It's been a good performance by the 23-year-old from Flushing, New York. And that is it. And a nice round of applause from the fans here at the Villa Roma.
Well, these two kids fought their heart out, you know. They really did. I mean, Warren's always going to give you a tough fight. And Kevin Kelley, for him, it was a big test, a big 10-round fight. He was tired about the 4th round. I thought he got a little tired. He got that 2nd win. And just seems to me to breeze in.
Never seemed at all to worry about the broken left hand, which occurred within the last year and a half. He's well over that. And he was totally in control, Gil, as you said, in the end.
Well, let's take a look at some of this action in that last round. You know, Warren's legs weren't too good near the end of the fight. He was a little tired there. You can see Kelley with a good short right hook. Moves Warren back. There's a 1-2 again. And Warren is just flailing away. And Kelley is maneuvering while he's punching. Got a little slide. Those are the things that you have to look for. You see him slipping punches, moving side to side, picking Warren apart. There he's on the side. He's not right in front of him. That's exactly what they were working on in the gymnasium. Let's take another look. There's that right hook by Kelley again. Left hand by Kelley. Right hook, left. And Warren's missing his punches. And Kevin is moving as he's doing this. It's so subtle, just that little movement.
So Kevin Kelley, like 10 strong rounds with Harold Warren. Great leadership in his corner from Phil Borgia throughout the fight, and he is a good listener as Kelley. Ed Darian is standing by in the ring to give us the official decision. Let's go up to Ed.
Ladies and gentlemen, the scoring by points as follows. Judges Harry Papakaramis and Billy Costello each score 95-94. While Judge Wayne Rosen, he watched it at 97-93. And the winner by unanimous decision, Kevin Kelley.
Wow, it was a lot closer than we thought. Two judges had it only by 1 point, Kelley ahead, and the other judge by 4.
Well, I guess I had it much bigger for Kelley. I mentioned that a lot of the rounds were close, but I gave them all for Kevin Kelley on a superior boxing ability, and I thought he landed more clean punches than the flailing Harold Warren. Warren tried hard, and it was a tough fight, but I thought that the score should have been a lot bigger favor of Kevin Kelley.
So the judge is showing a lot of respect for Harold Warren, who was obviously disappointed in the end result, but couldn't have been surprised. Last time he was in upstate New York, it was a different reaction from Harold Warren. But for Kevin Kelley, he is now 19-0 as a professional as he earns the unanimous decision over Harold Warren. Coming up next, James Buddy McGirt in a 10-round welterweight bout. He'll be taking on Frank Montana.